I've been following this Syrian gas attack issue very closely because I'm really worried about where it's going to lead. I'm scared that we're going to go down a really bad war. If you think about what's been going on with Russia for the past year or two, Russia has been testing everyone's defenses. They've been going into Sweden's airspace, into their water space with submarines. I believe it was Sweden or Norway, one of them warned Russia to stay out of their waterways with these submarines, and they came back in. And Sweden or Norway said, if you come back, we're going to try to destroy your sub. Well, they came back and they went after the sub, trying to destroy it. They've been testing the U.S.'s defenses. We've had Russian subs right off the coast of Florida. We've had them running our jets running our airspace and testing our response times up in Alaska. We've had them testing our response times, subs testing our response times up in Alaska. It's fairly scary. I mean, Russia is testing everyone's response times. They're getting ready for something. And here it is in Syria. You have this gas attack that goes off. To me, it doesn't make any sense whatsoever. The rebels had already conceded. They were leaving the area. There was absolutely no reason for Assad or the Russians to gas these people. It was over with. The U.S., Trump had already announced that we were leaving Syria, that we were done there, that ISIS was defeated. There's no sense in us staying there. We were pulling our troops out. They won. There was no sense in them doing this. You gas your own people so you can be declared an international criminal, and one day when you're deposed from your leadership position, you could be put in jail for the rest of your life? I don't think so. Putin risking himself being labeled as an international criminal? I really don't think that's the case. It doesn't make any sense, and normally when it doesn't make any sense, it's not true. There's some other explanation. I saw the videos the other day. The first one that struck me as really fake was the video of these people washing off these children. Now, you see the children standing in line or just standing around. They're not wincing in pain. They're not aggravated or agitated in any way. They don't look like they were just exposed to chlorine gas. They don't look like they were exposed to any harmful chemical. They're just standing there. They're not agitated until the people grab them, force their head down, and start spraying water over the backs of their heads, and then sometimes in their face, and then spraying an inhaler in their throat and then in their eyes. What the hell is that? What does that do? I mean, it doesn't make sense. And then after they go through that trauma of people looking in their eyes and poking open their eyes, then the kids look like they're all aggravated. But before that, it didn't look like it. Number one, why did you not take off their clothes? If you're exposed to gas, the gas is in the environment, the gas is all around you, it's in your clothes. Why are you going to keep them in their clothes? Why are all of these people staying in their clothes that were supposedly affected by this gas? The first thing they teach you when you go through a hazmat class is if you are exposed to chlorine gas or any type of gas like that, is you get naked. You take off all your clothes and get in the shower and try your best to get as much stuff off of you. And in some cases, they have other types of chemicals that you spray yourself down with to help, alleviate the type of chemical that you were exposed to. I didn't see any of that. And then, as soon as I saw that video, I was like, this is a fake video, because it's not, they're not doing what they should be doing. So to me, it was completely and utterly fake. Just looking at the kids and their responses and the guys and their responses, I felt that was faked. Then I saw the other video where they were showing the bodies of all the victims in this house. Why were there so many people in one house? I mean, there's like 40 or 50 people in this one house that they're showing. So this gas came down and it killed all these people in this house. Why so many? I don't understand that. And they weren't showing in any of the videos. They're not showing any other bodies. They're not showing other houses. They're not showing people dead in the streets. I mean, they're not showing what you would expect to find if it was a real chlorine gas attack and people were all dead. You know, from exposure all over this one general area. It doesn't look like that. And then they show this other unexploded canister, or they said it was a missile, and but of course here in the United States they're saying that the chemicals are dropped out of barrel bombs. It didn't look like a barrel to me. Well, it kind of looked like a canister, I guess. But anyway, they show where it showed where it leaked onto the bed, and it was a sulfur-looking substance on the bed. Um, so it didn't look like it was containing chlorine gas, or maybe there's an explosion that creates the gas from a solid. I'm not sure, but to me, it didn't look right. It didn't look the way it should have looked. I saw some other pictures from another issue that was going on over in the West Bank in Jerusalem, where these kids were supposed to be getting shot by snipers. I felt those videos were awful fake. You see these kids, or this one guy, he's running with a tire, and then all of a sudden this looks like a teenager runs out there, grabs a tire from him, and you see a whole bunch of these I guess Palestinians in a line, right? It makes no sense because they're on this dirt road. This dirt road's heading out way out in front of them, and on the side of it is nothing but dirt fields. And this kid grabs the tire and starts running towards this line of all these, hundreds of Palestinians. And all of a sudden you hear and the guy goes down, instantly drops down to the ground. Now, anybody who's ever been around guns whatsoever understands that if you're getting shot by snipers, which is what this video was claiming, that these people were getting shot by snipers, you don't hear a shot and then you instantly drop to the ground. That's not the case. The further away you are from the rifle, the longer it takes for the sound to travel to you. And in a lot of cases, you could be quite, a couple hundred yards away, and the bullet, you'll see it hit the ground, and then a couple seconds later, 3, 4, 5, 6 seconds later, all of a sudden you hear, you don't hear the bullet or see the bullet and hear the bullet at exactly the same time. You just don't. It doesn't work that way. Anyway, so I saw quite a few of these videos where they're showing these people supposedly getting shot, and you hear the bullet or hear the bang, and you see the guy drop instantly as soon as you hear the bang. To me, that's fake, because as soon as the kid or the guy drops, the entire line of Palestinians run out to him, pick up the body. They're all hollering Allahu Akbar and all these other things, and you're running out into the middle of where these snipers are supposedly shooting and killing you. What? Why would you do that? Why would you run out there and all of a sudden feel like you're safe now and there's no issue? You wouldn't. That's the answer. It's faked. The video is faked. A lot of this stuff is fake, and here we are about to start World War III on faked videos. And remember, if you like this, please click subscribe and click on notifications so you don't miss future videos. If you really, really like this, help support our efforts through the Maker Support or Patreon links below.